Are you gonna do it too, Holly? Yeah. Can you go lay down? Go lay down. Hi everybody, welcome back to Be in the Glow. My name is Ashley and I am the owner of the WellHouse Fit studio where we teach Pilates, yoga, and bounce fitness. And today I thought I would share with you my top 5 glute exercises and really more of series. So top 5 glute series that no matter what I am teaching, so whether it's traditional Pilates equipment, Pilates sculpt on the mat, or bounce fit, so using the trampolines or the rebounders, my clients will surely get at least 2 of these series in their workouts. Sometimes more, but sometimes at least minimum 2. For me personally, my glutes are my favorite part of my body that I like to work, but also it can be the hardest for me. Glutes in general really get worked the wrong way a lot of the times, and what I like to do by using these 5 exercises and series is to really work the entire muscle group. Your glutes are the largest muscle in your body, but oftentimes the weakest in addition to your abdominals. So I really find that sticking true to Pilates exercises, but then adding a little bit of flavor, what I like to call from cheerleading and stunting to dancing, it will work the entire muscle group versus just one section of the glute muscles. So I hope you guys enjoy. You're not gonna enjoy it. You're gonna like curse all these naughty words, but it's sure a great exercise. So let's get started. Now, I don't need to use anything. You can do this at home without any equipment. But the 2 things that I do like to use that are super inexpensive and very effective, it's old school here, is a ball and some nice 1-pound ankle weights. And you do not need more than that. Sometimes I'll double up on one leg, but for the most part, it's 1 per each because thighs are heavy, guys. Thighs are heavy, and if you're using the muscles properly, you are going to get a solid workout and shake and sweat and be sore, and you didn't have to spend all this money or have all this equipment to do it. The other thing that I really like to hone in on is that when you, again, are using all of the muscle group, meaning all the glute muscles, the medius, the maximus, the minimus, piriformis, all of those muscles combined, effectively, you will protect your hip flexors, you'll protect your core, you'll protect your back. And oftentimes when we start throwing in these extra layers and you're not even properly like tuned in to what you're doing and how to get the most out of that muscle group, that's when you start triggering areas and taking them off, like your hip flexors and your lumbar spine. So again, this is a great exercise series that's good for anybody at any level. But if anything, it just reacquaints you back with your body and how powerful it is all on its own. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my knees bent. I like to keep my feet inner hip distance apart. It's just what's better for my body and my pelvis. You can put them together, but make sure you can hold them together and they don't separate. So be super mindful of that. So I'm gonna go inner hip distance apart, knees tracking over the toes. Melt my spine down into the mat. Make sure I walk my heels back towards my glute muscles just a little bit. And hugging into my glutes here. I wonder how many times I'm gonna say that, by the way. Glutes. Ugh. I'll keep an eye on that. So to start, I'm gonna just pull into my powerhouse, so pulling into my belly, firing up my bum here, and start curling the tailbone and relaxing. When I relax, I try to find that neutral pelvis. So I scoop, curl, and then relax, meaning keeping my pubic bone and hip bones on the same plane, and then curl them up and relax. As I do that, I wanna make sure I'm using my glutes and my lower belly to move my pelvis. And again, all of these exercises I do about 3 rounds, max reps would be 15 to 20. They're gonna hold it here, continuing to curl the tailbone. I lift everything up, making sure I'm not super tight in the neck. Everything's nice and long. and then articulate the spine back, bone by bone. Press through the heels, curl the tailbone, and then press through the heels more as I reach up, 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 and then melt it back down. Using the glutes to lift my spine off of the mat first versus firing the quads or the hamstrings. We're gonna hold it here, right here, and then I want to lift this right leg up to the sky, and we're gonna go traditional Pilates shoulder bridge. So we kick and lengthen thigh to thigh. So reaching this left heel and squeezing that left glute, but still having to squeeze the right to hold the right leg up. Kick, and then hold it up at the top right here. I want to point, flex, and point and flex, still keeping the lift. And now we cross and up, like a little lady's cross, and lift. Make sure you're breathing. If your left leg and your left bum cheek isn't on fire now, I don't know what to tell you. 2 more. And 1, now we add a dip with it. So we dip, lift, lower, lift. Still articulate the spine down into the mat, so don't just throw it away, still press section by section. And 1, we hold, other side, lower it all the way back down, release, pull it right back up, articulate. Left leg, here we go. Lengthen and out. So you have to press your hands into the mat to help you out as well. 2 and 1. Hold the leg up. Point, flex, 4, 3, keep lifting, 2. Hold the point, we cross. 3, 2, squeeze. Hold, now we add the dip. Down, up, and then 2 and 1, up. Don't throw it away, replace that foot, lift another inch, squeeze both equally, melt everything back down. So next, series 2. Start inner hip distance apart, and I'm just gonna lower it down, curl, and press. So just as I was doing lying on the floor, we're manipulating it, and we're now in a kneeling position. So you're still articulating through the pelvis, squeeze through the glutes, breathing of course. 2 more. Last one, hold it here. Now from here, you're gonna stag the right leg out. Left hand becomes your kickstand. Stay nice and lifted, shoulder in line with the wrist. We lift up. This is where thighs are heavy. You can take your arm up to the sky or back behind the head. From here, we're gonna lower, lift, down, and up. So I'm having to work the under section and the top part of the glute section. 2 more. Again, if you had those ankle weights, holy moly. Last one, hold it here. We point and flex the foot. So you point, flex, using the glute to fire the action versus the quad too much. 4, 2, keep breathing, hold right here. Now little circle, 8. Trace little quarter, stay lifted in the belly, reverse. Oh my God. 4, 3, 2, hold. And now from here, we take it behind, and you're gonna wrap and kick. Wrap it back and kick. If you're not able to keep your leg parallel, that's fine. Lower it down and modify. That's okay. But if you're lifted, then stay lifted throughout. Squeeze it right here. Hold. Now a little lift up and up. And lift, lift. Pressing that thigh back. 4, right here. 3, 2, and 1. Same thing on the other side. So we start back and lift. We're still only in our series 2 part of the 5-part series. Parking my peak shop. Here we go. It's down and up. Again, it doesn't matter how high this leg is, as long as you're mentally connecting to use the glute muscles to lift the thigh. these exercises, I'm not reinventing the wheel. They've all been done before. All right, series number 3 of the 5 exercises that I love to do to perk up my peach. For here, I like to keep this foot flat, and we're gonna start with the left leg. Here we go, just a nice little lift and lift. Now, the kneecap can stay down, facing the ground. And again, the toe is pointed. And use the glute to lift the entire leg. If you start feeling this too much in your back, it's because you're lifting your leg higher than the strength of your butt muscles, all right? So maybe just go to here. It doesn't have to be big. If a turned out position is a little bit better for you, work in a turned out. Then we're gonna hold here. From here, we're gonna point, flex again. Point, flex, point, flex. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the flex. Now we lift and lower with the flex foot. Totally different experience. You can still lift up right here, or come on all fours, whatever's best for you. Hold it here, back to pointing and flexing. Point, flex. Use the butt to do it. 4, keep that belly lifted to the spine as well. 2, 1, hold. Now a little micro bend. And in. But don't turn on the hamstrings too much. Let the butt take over. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then lower everything down, press back. And lift. So here, we're gonna dip it down, kick it out, lift it, and back to that wrap. So really this left leg and thigh is gonna feel it, or the supported left leg and thigh. And up again, ankle weights, bloody hell. Press and lift. 2 more. Last one, and lift. It just isn't gonna look pretty. I'm just never gonna look pretty doing it, which most people don't anyway, so there you go. All right, other side, here we go. My final one. I can't even breathe. Most people can't even talk at this point. Number 5. You're gonna reach back behind, okay? Cross and up. And up. Dip it down, lift. Hold from here, lift, tap, back, push, back, oh gosh, up, back, and press, stay nice and low, back, push, tap, back. So there you have it, my top 5 favorite glute series exercises that are guaranteed to perk up your derriere, like sculpt the peach, whatever you want to call it. If you do 15 reps each side and do all 5, 3 rounds, dead. Thank you guys so much. If you have any feedback, suggestions, want me to do something else, please leave it in the comments, and you guys have a great night. Bye.